Can you take a coin out of a dish filled with water without getting your hands wet? A curious question, isn't it? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. And the solution to this challenge involves a bit of science magic. First, you'll need a few items: a coin, a baking dish filled with water, an empty jar, a piece of paper, and matches. The coin is already in the dish, submerged under water. The challenge is to get it out without your hands making contact with the water. Start by taking the empty jar and place a piece of paper inside it. Light the paper on fire using the matches. This creates a small controlled flame within the jar. Once the paper is burning, quickly but carefully place the jar upside down over the coin in the dish. Make sure the coin is not under the jar but rather outside it. This is crucial as the coin needs to remain dry. As the paper burns, something extraordinary happens. The flame goes out and the water starts to be sucked up from the dish into the jar. This happens because as the fire uses up the oxygen inside the jar, it creates a vacuum. This vacuum then pulls the surrounding water into the jar. Within a short while, the water level in the dish drops, leaving the coin high and dry. And there you have it, a dry coin that can be picked up without getting your hands wet. So, to recap, the solution to this challenge involves using a bit of fire and an understanding of basic science principles. By burning a piece of paper inside a jar and placing it over a coin in a water-filled dish, you create a vacuum that pulls the water into the jar, leaving the coin dry. And voila, you can pick up the coin without your hands touching the water. This fun experiment is a perfect example of how science can be both fascinating and practical. So next time you're faced with a seemingly impossible challenge, remember this little trick. You never know when a bit of science magic might come in handy.